Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Redbird Replay. We are here at the somehow even dimmer lit gym of Dunlap High School. Yes, you might notice on screen that they've done some renovations to the building, but it somehow manages to be still just as dimly lit. And, you know, that's something that's kind of been a thing at Dunlap last couple of years we've come here, is trying to, I don't want to say full-on battle through it because it's not that bad, but it certainly is noticeable. Hopefully on screen as well, but I do like the renovations overall. It kind of gives it a fresh look, and I remember I was here a couple years ago for the big sectional championship between Morton and Dunlap, and perhaps some of you were or not Morton and Dunlap, Morton and Richwoods, and perhaps some of you were here as well, and I remember looking over across the way. I was sitting about where we are right now, actually, and I remember looking over at the Morton student section, and just before tip-off, you know, they're all jumping up and down, making some noise, and all of a sudden you hear a shh. Uh-oh. And looks like it was just this past season that they went ahead and basically redid the whole gym, painting and everything. You know, we used to have a nice little mural of the school fight song painted behind us. It's now just says Eagles. But yeah, a lot of different changes to this gym this year. But nonetheless, Metamora comes into this one on a 3-game winning streak, 16-6 overall, 6-3 in the Mid-Illini Conference, while Dunlap, this would be a big shift in the standings. Dunlap enters this one 14-6 overall, 7-2 in Mid-Illini. Alex Todd back with you here for another broadcast of Lady Redbird basketball. We will not hit the air until the second to last regular season game. That's February 11th, the rivalry game at Washington. February 1st, I got a Western commitment. The Lincoln game's just too far to make everything work. And then Limestone, I have another game I need to attend to that day as well. But we're going to make sure to get that Washington game and then senior night on the air for you as well. And you got to keep in mind, we're sitting here towards the end of January. Postseason seeding and postseason sites are going to come out pretty soon. And we already know that the Redbirds feed into the Rock Island sectional and the Kankakee Super Sectional. But what regional will they go to? It'll either be Kankakee or Washington. And it is the usual Redbird starting lineup. So McClure, Lalamandir, Pasha, Ramage, and Terry. Nice national anthem there, and once again, Lady Redbirds back to their usual starting lineup. But we are going to start with the lineup for the host Dunlap Eagles under 7th-year head coach Heather Cassidy. Coach Cassidy enters this one with 92 wins and 79 losses over her career. And once again, the Eagles enter this one 14-6 overall, 7-2 in the Mid-Illini Conference. Their starting lineup looks like this: Tyra Davis, a 5'9" senior guard; Lily Sutter, a 5'10" sophomore guard; Elle Sutter, a 5'10" senior guard; Gabby DiGiulianardo, a 5'10" junior forward; and Sophia Remmel, a 5'7" freshman guard. So once again, the usual starting lineup for the Lady Redbirds, and it looks like this: Lexi McClure, the 5'5" senior guard, averaging 3.7 points per game; Katie Lalamandir, a 5'3" sophomore guard, averaging 3.1 points per game. Kayla Pasha, 5'11" sophomore forward, averaging a team high 11 points per game. Katie Ramage, the 5'9" freshman guard, averaging 10.2 points per game. And Alana Terry, a 5'11" junior forward, averaging 9.1 points per game. The Redbirds enter this game with a grand total of 1,158 points on the season, 52.6 per game, so obviously that's going well. And Coach Amaro's career record entering this one, 79 and 82, so looking for career win, at least at Metamora, career win number 80 with a potential W here today. 16 and 6 overall, 6 and 3 in the Mid-Illini. And one last time, hopefully we bring up that dreaded 4-point loss to the Eagles at home. And you think about it, it's kind of a puzzling game in the sense that entering that one, the Redbirds were on a 4-game win streak. And after that, they went on a, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They went on a 7-game winning streak after losing to Dunlap. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go on another 7-game win streak after this game today, because obviously that would include beating Morton, which would be tremendous for this program if we could do that. But got to get this game done first. Officiating crew today, John Hardy, Terry Glaub, and Chad Bell. Terry was part of the officiating crew for this most recent game for the Lady Redbirds against Pekin. So back on the floor for another Lady Redbird game. Head official is John Hardy. And here's the jump ball. And Redbirds win the opening tip, underway from Dunlap here for the 23rd game of the 2019-2020 season. Katie Lalamandir, nice look down low. Pasha, no good. A little bit of contact on that one. El Sutter comes away with it. Into the corner, Sophia Remmel, stripped away, but right into the hands of, I believe that's DJ Leonardo. It is. Out of bounds off the knee of a Dunlap Eagle. It's Metamora ball. So Lexi McClure will inbound, far sideline. Just underway in this one. You got not too many regular season games left before postseason seeds are determined. Hopefully we can get a couple of good wins in before that comes out. Unfortunately, we kind of got it stuck up to us by having the Washington win a day after the seeds were released. Nice pass, who Lexi pulls up to is no good, and a rebound for Dunlap. Again, we got to get back because Dunlap loves to control the tempo, and then we got a blocking foul. Should be no shot. Yep. Katie Lalamandir, that's her first, team's first. So it'll be a near sideline in or near baseline inbound, and the Eagles control it. DJ Leonardo, oh, I thought she might have been fouled from behind. They say all ball. Works for us. Katie Lalamandir up floor. Quickly the other way. Alana Terry inside the lane, muscles it up and in. Alana gets the bucket for us. It's 2-0 Metamora, 6:40 to go first quarter. A reminder, sophomores won the preceding game 40-30. Kind of a wild game there, but the Redbirds pull it out. Corner three for Lily Sutter, no good. Rebound, Tyra Davis. Put back is blocked by Terry, but then a foul. Looks like all ball from here. And that would be why it wasn't on who I thought it was on. Katie Lalamandir already just picking up her second foul, so her second, team second. Tyra Davis at the free throw line for 2 shots. First one, no good, stays at 2-0 Redbirds. And Grace Tyra enters the game. So one more free throw for Davis. Free throw no good as well, 0 for 2 for her. Rebound Redbirds. Katie Ramage was at a preseason All-American event for softball. So congratulations to her on that. Softball season will be here before we know it feels like. As this season, basketball season, has indeed flown by as well. 6:05 to go first quarter. We're still at 2-0. On Alana Terry's bucket inside the lane. Oh, nice look. Katie Ramage open underneath. Ramage gets the 2, and it's 4-0 Redbirds. Sophia Remmel, talented freshman as well. Tyra Davis. Again, they lost Anaya Tutt to transferring to Peoria High, but like I said with Coach Morrow, haven't really missed a beat. 3 is good for Lily Sutter. 4-3, Redbirds, 5:33 first quarter. Alana Terry over to Grace Tyra. Back to Alana. Katie's got it up top. Nice look for Grace. Right wing 3-ball. Good. Grace Tyra for 3. It's 7-4, or 7-3 rather. 5:14 to go first quarter. L. Sutter to Sophia Remmel. How about Tyra Davis? Corner 3. No good. Short. Rebound for Grace Tyra. Grace down floor to Katie. Dangerous pass, but we make it work. Katie inside the lane traveled. Yep. Turnover to Dunlap. So Tyra Davis will inbound far baseline. Davis, one of only a couple seniors on this team. The younger Eagle squad, but still older than Metamora by 2 seniors, as Lexi McClure obviously is the lone senior for us. Another corner 3, Lily Sutter. That one's no good. Nice board for Kayla Pasha. Lexi flip out. There's Alana at the line, no good. And a rebound for L. Sutter. Eagles trying to work this one. Maybe a 1-point game. L. Sutter, Alana straight up. Good. No call. Grace with the board. Baseball pass. Very dangerous. Too many white jerseys. Stolen. Tyra Davis to L. Sutter. Good. And we didn't need that foul either. L. Sutter and 1. Alana, her first, team's 3rd. And L. Sutter will go to the line to potentially convert a 3-point play. And she does. 7-6, 1-point game now. Ramage down low, Pasha. I don't know if that was plan A, but it works. Alana works it over to Lexi. About midway through the quarter now. Kayla to Katie. Has space. Now Grace fakes and drives. Nice give to KP. Kayla draws the shooting foul. Foul is on 25, Gabby DiGianardo. That's her first, team's first. And so 2 free throws on the way for Kayla Pasha. Enters this game as the... wanted to make sure she made one before I jinxed it. But enters the game as the team's leading free throw shooter. 37 of 64 on the season before this one. So obviously make that 39 for 66 after those 2. 9-6 Redbirds, 3:52 to go in the first quarter. Sophia Remmel on the drive. How about DiGianardo? Oh, stripped away by Katie Ramage, and then do we have a jump ball? We don't. Now we do. Jump ball. Possession favors Dunlap. They don't keep an arrow on the board, but thankfully I have a good enough angle at the arrow at their scorers table, so we'll be able to keep track of it for you via that. Sophia Remmel baseline inbound to Tyra Davis. And an open jumper is good for Gabby DiGianardo. 9-8 Metamora. Ramage to Terry. Inside to Kayla Pasha. How about Lexi McClure? Right wing 3-ball. No good. And a rebound. Lily Sutter. I don't know about that call. Alana Terry with the foul. That's her second. And team's 4th. Probably not how we were planning on starting the game. 2 starters in foul trouble already with 2 each. L. Sutter. Sideline inbound. And Sophia Remmel will start it up top for the Eagles. Down to DiGianardo and stolen away, but not for long. Oh no, Redbirds do still have it. McClure down floor, Tyra. Nice look to Kayla Pasha. 2 is good. Kayla for 2. It's 11-8, 2:55 first quarter. And way too easy of a drive to the hoop for Tyra Davis. We can't let that happen. 11-10 Redbirds, 2:48 first quarter. Lexi McClure at the point for Metamora. Got a sudden extend ball for Dunlap. Now Katie Ramage. Tosses it over. Leah Yanko. Back to Lexi top with the key 2.5 in the quarter. Ramage again at the wing. Yanko open up top, finds McClure. Down low, Katie being fouled from behind, but she gets the 2 up and in anyway. Ramage has 4, and the Redbirds lead 13-10. 2:12 to go first quarter. Remmel on the other end, no good. Rebound Ramage. Katie, nice pass up floor. Kayla Pesha is good. KP with 6, and it's 15-10. Redbirds under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. And obviously when the Redbirds are able to get in transition, and not only get in transition, but get in transition smoothly, it's a big factor as well. Lily Sutter to the hoop, traveled. Redbirds will inbound with a 5-point lead and 1:47 to go in the first quarter. Then we have Whitney Mechanicu, the 5'7" senior guard, is in for Dunlap. 1:47 first quarter and a 5-point lead. Lexi inbounds the Grace. We'll see if we can get going here again with a multiple possession lead. Ramage up top, Yanko. How about Tyra, left wing 3-ball, long. Rebound for L. Sutter. Both Sutters went for it, but it's L that comes away with it. L. Sutter pull up for 2, that's a foul, yep. It's gonna be a shooting foul for L. Sutter. Second and third free throw attempts of the quarter on the way. Leah Yanko charged with the personal, that's her first, team's 5th. And back to the line, L. Sutter. She made a free throw on a 3-point play attempt earlier in the quarter. And these are also the 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the quarter already for Dunlap. So obviously that's a factor as well, with Metamora already having picked up 5 fouls here in the first 7 minutes or so. Sutter's second one is good, so she's now 2 for 3 for the game. 15-11 Metamora. Grace to Kayla. Now Leah open, thought about driving it. Screens for Grace. Lexi, nice give and go to Katie Ramage, and Katie will shoot 2. Shooting foul on Dunlap, charge to number 12. That's Lily Sutter. That's her first, second team foul. And Katie Ramage at the line shooting 2. Katie 19 for 22 on the season. First one no good. Katie only had 1 free throw attempt in the entire Pekin game on Friday. That one is good. Went 1 for 1 in case you were wondering. 16 to 11 with about a minute to go in the quarter. DiGianardo looking to drive. Pass is tipped by Katie Ramage out of bounds. It'll stay with Dunlap. No! Last touched by Dunlap, so Metamora ball. Lexi McClure on the inbound. Tries to pass fake it in the Grace, and it works. Under a minute now. Ooh, that's going to be an offensive, yeah. Yeah, Lexi kind of threw herself into the Dunlap girl, and that's, yeah. So that's her first, team 6th. And we have no fouls to give the rest of the half. That's not good. I mean, not that we would need to worry about that this early in the game, but in terms of foul trouble situations. Tyra Davis, over to Whitney Mechanicu. Lily Sutter, thought about driving, flips it over to DiGianardo, now Davis. Drives and puts it up on Kayla Pesha, 2 is good. 3-point lead for the Redbirds, 26 seconds to go in the quarter. Lexi nearly travels, but gets it up to Leah Yanko in time. Now down to 17 seconds. Pesha. Up the Ramage. 10 seconds. Tyra, give and go to Yanko. 2 no good with contact. Rebound DiGianardo. Get a stop here. Lily Sutter, push off. Yep. I mean, doesn't mean much with 0.5 on the clock, but Lily Sutter now in foul trouble with 2. Dunlap with 3. Sophia Remmel returns and replaces Lily Sutter. So 0.5 on the clock. Redbirds will end the quarter with a lead, barring a miracle steal for Dunlap. And they don't get it. So we've played a quarter. Metamora 16, Dunlap 13. The second quarter is next. Welcome back to Dunlap. Alex Dobb with you here as we get ready for the second quarter. Redbird scores after the break. Grace Tyra with 3, Kayla Pasha with 6, Katie Ramage with 5, and Alana Terry with 2. Five on the floor to start the quarter for Metamora. Lexi McClure, Grace Tyra, Kayla Pasha, Katie Ramage, and Leah Yanko. And then they'll send Alyssa Russell in next dead ball. Ramage over to McClure. Over to Tyra, nice look. Right wing 3-ball, good. Grace Tyra with her second 3 of the game. It's 19-13 Metamora. And again, Dunlap really likes to control the pace. They got Sophia Remmel, Tyra Davis, Gabby DiGianleonardo, Elle Sutter, and who would be the 5th? Kayla might have gotten called for a foul, but she doesn't. DiGianleonardo with the 2. Looks like Mechanicu. Whitney Mechanicu, the 5th Eagle on the floor. So Davis, Mechanicu, Elle Sutter, DiGianleonardo, and Remmel. McClure fakes out Remmel. Over to Tyra. Now Pasha at the wing. Pass fake to Tyra, down low Pasha. Turnaround 2 is no good. Rebound for Elle Sutter. Sutter trying to drive. Flips it up to Davis. Davis inside the lane. Too easy. Way too easy. We basically just gave up on that. 30-second timeout charge to Dunlap. So we'll keep it right here. But yeah, too easy there. And again, a player like Davis that, I mean, not necessarily is the full-blown motor for that team, but can't let her do her thing either. And I'm trying to find how she did against this last game. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's team high 16 points. Tied game honors with Kayla Pasha. Davis, oh yeah, I remember that now that I look at it. 10-point first quarter last time we met for Tyra Davis. So again, Dunlap, Heather Cassidy and Coach Morrow both called for a timeout, but they granted the timeout to Dunlap, and now what are we talking about? There's going to be a technical. What did we do? Oh, I think I know what it is. It's Alyssa Russell. Because the last game we didn't have her in the book, and we might have just written the same roster from this game, from the last game for this game, and as a result, that's a player playing in the game that's not on the roster, therefore a technical. So Whitney Mechanicu misses the first of 2 technical free throws. So I guess that just goes as a team technical. It can't be a team foul. And misses both. We'll take it. I mean, Eagles will get an extra possession, but no, miss both free opportunities. We'll take that.
Alyssa Russell for your Eagles, Faith Smith.
Faith Smith into the game for Dunlap. 5'11" freshman center. Sophia Remmel over to Whitney Mechanicu. And again, the newly entered Faith Smith. Nice defense by Alyssa. Tyra Davis creating space, so that would have been a foul on Davis, if anything. They get their own rebound. Easily at that, I might add. Faith Smith over to Sophia Remmel baseline. Lost control. Could have called the travel, but we get it anyway. Kayla Pasha up floor to Alyssa Russell. Pass is tipped in out of bounds off Tyra Davis. That'll be Metamora ball. 6:16 to go until halftime. Redbirds by 2, 19-17. Russell inbound sideline to Tyra. Leah Yanko open on the wing, flashes across now. Grace directing the offense, getting a little more motion in. Yanko inside the lane, flips it out. Ramage, right corner, 3-ball. Long. Rebound to El Sutter. Tyra Davis, coast to coast. Luckily misses that one, but then McCannicu's going to get the 3 open and good. Dunlap has their first lead of the game. Actually, no, they led it 2-0, I believe, but still. First lead in a while. Ramage to Russell. Over to Tyra, right wing 3-ball. Up and long. Rebound for Sophia Remmel. Well, what Dunlap has gotten, they've gotten easily. So if Metamora can just correct that, then we're back in control of this one. An illegal screen called on Dunlap on number 50, Faith Smith. That's her first, team's 4th. So sideline inbound for Alyssa Russell. 5:12 to go until halftime and a 1-point deficit. Inbounded to Katie Ramage. Flings it over to Alyssa Russell. Now inside the lane, Leah Yanko nearly turned over. Now is dadgummit. And a carry on Sophia Remmel. We're going to see Cam Youngquist for the first time today. And she replaces Leah Yanko. We probably would normally have seen Alana Terry by now, but with her 2 fouls, you got to be careful. And then Katie Lawmandir with 2 fouls as well is also on the bench for now. Tyra to Russell. Back to Tyra, now Youngquist at the left wing. Up top, Tyra Russell again. Pasha ready at the elbow if they need her. Ramage ready to run baseline potentially. Russell inside to Pasha. Back up to Tyra. Work it over Youngquist. Good ball movement. Tyra over to Russell. Inside the lane to Pasha. Over to Youngquist. Left wing 3-ball is wide right. And short. Ramage rebound and the foul. Foul is on number 3, Tyra Davis. That's her first, team's 5th. And so Ramage will go to the free throw line to shoot a free throw. She had 5 in the first quarter, had this bucket to give her 7. So if you can do the math, I hope I can. +1 is 8. So I made it through elementary school math class. So 8 points for Ramage, 22-20 Metamora. 4:16 to go until halftime. El Sutter up top to Sophia Remmel. Now Sutter has it again. Pushed over to Whitney McCannicu. Another 3-ball, no good. Ramage nearly fouled there. That's a push-off on DiGianardo. We luck out and she misses it. Davis put back no good. Put back again is good. They should have called a push-off on Gabby DiGianardo. And Dunlap gets the offensive rebound and bucket. Tied at 22. KP underneath, turnaround 2 with contact, but doesn't matter. She gets it anyway. So Kayla for 2, 24-22 with 3:39 to go until halftime. We'll see Olivia Sterneman for the first time for Dunlap, next dead ball. El Sutter down low, Tyra Davis flips it up on Kayla Pasha rather, and it's good. 24-24 with 3:22 to go until halftime. Youngquist down floor, Russell. Ramage in the corner, pulls up for 3. No good, rebound. Man, how many easy rebounds are we going to give Tyra Davis? She's up at the top of the key now. Over to Sutter. Back up top, Davis. 3 minutes to go until the break, and we're knotted up at 24. Sutter. Up top, McCannicu. Remmel, corner 3 is up and long. Rebound. Dad, how many of those are we going to give her? Tyra Davis, another easy defensive rebound, but the Redbirds are going to get it on the other end. Grace Tyra down to Kayla Pasha. Turnover. Jump ball to Dunlap. Wow. 24-24, 2:39 until the half, and in enters Olivia Sterneman, replacing Whitney McCannicu. 2:36 until the break. Eagles look to take another lead. They haven't had too many big leads. El Sutter, no good. A rebound for Katie Ramage. Ramage up floor to Cam Youngquist. Off the right block, 2 is good. Good possession there for the Redbirds in transition. It's 26-24. El Sutter at the wing. Looking to drive and does. Flips it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Too many easy offensive rebounds. They shouldn't be getting them to begin with, and let alone we're making it this easy. Tipped out to Dunlap. 20. That's Lauren Field into the game for Tyra Davis. Baseline inbound for Sturneman. Wide open, Lauren Field. Short rebound, Alyssa Russell. 2 minutes to go until half. We'll have halftime stats at the break. Kayla Pasha Grace Tyra tips it to Cam Youngquist for 2. Cam gets the bucket. She has 4 points coming off the bench here in the second quarter, and it's 28-24. Lexi McClure will come back in next dead ball. El Sutter at the wing. Over to Sturneman. Down low pass is tipped out once again by the Redbirds. It'll still be Dunlap ball. So Lexi McClure back in, and then Lily Sutter back in for Dunlap. So once again, 28-24, Redbirds with 1:36 to go until the half. Remmel inbounds DiGianardo to Sutter. Corner 3, Remmel. She likes that shot. No good. Rebound, Grace Tyra, despite being held from behind. Ramage up floor. McClure passes too high. Alexi wasn't ready for it. It's going to go out of bounds to Dunlap. 1:24 on the clock until half. Again, next game is Saturday, hosting #1 ranked Morton. Next broadcast is February 11th at Washington. I want to believe that's a Tuesday. Yeah, it is. El Sutter push off and stepped out of bounds and traveled. They could have called any one of those 3 things. They called the travel. Redbird inbound. Katie Ramage at the top of the key, flips it over to Alyssa Russell. Thought about the 3, Tyra to McClure. 1 minute to go until the break. Ramage drives baseline, muscles it up, and rims out somehow. DiGianardo with the rebound. Ramage nearly got a hand in there for the steal, or at least a jump ball. And Sutter right past the potential charge. Rebound, Alyssa Russell. Got to help the ball, ladies. Get it in the middle with Katie Ramage. 40 seconds until the break. Ramage is being fouled. Yep, that's an easy foul, Sophia Remmel. She's beside herself, but that's an easy hand check foul. Terry Glob overruled the official whose call it should have been, who wasn't calling it, but you can't have that much contact and then have it not be a foul. Remmel's got to be careful. She's playing defense so frustratingly, she could get called for another. And there's another foul on Dunlap. Oh, it's on Remmel again, so that's her second, team 7th. That'll bring Whitney McCannicu back off the bench, and 2 shots for Lexi McClure. First one is good. And then in comes McCannicu for Remmel. They haven't, I was going to say, they're just going to act like that foul doesn't exist, but McClure, 1 more free throw is good. We've hit 30-24 with 22 seconds to go until the half. You would assume Dunlap would hold for the last shot unless they get a real good one. El Sutter at the wing, up top to DiGianardo, nearly lost it. Tyra closes out tightly and smartly at that. Good decision there. Down to 9 seconds. El Sutter with 5. Sutter with 4. To the hoop. Sutter for the buzzer. No good. Rebound, Lexi. Well, Lexi was going for it, but it doesn't matter. At the half, Metamora 30. Dunlap 24. Will take a fairly extended break and then be back with some halftime stats. Once again, at the half, scores Metamora 30. Dunlap 24. All right, folks, welcome back to Dunlap. Alex Dive here as we get ready to go for the second half. It's time for some halftime stats for the Redbirds. Lexi McClure, 1 foul, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 points. Grace Tyra, 2 threes, 6 points. Katie Lalamandir, 2 fouls, no points. Leah Yanko, 1 foul, no points. Kayla Pasha tied for the leading scorer at halftime. 3 twos, 2 for 2 from the line, 8 points. Katie Ramage, 3 twos, 2 for 3 from the line, 8 points. Cam Youngquist, 2 twos, 4 points. And Alana Terry, 2 fouls, 1 2, 2 points. Redbirds as a team, 9 twos, 2 threes, 6 4 7 from the free throw line, 6 fouls and 30 points. Team stats for Dunlap: 8 twos, 2 threes, 2 for 5, 2 for 7 from the free throw line in the first half was Dunlap. So that's probably a stat that Coach Cassidy is not very pleased with, that they've been able to get those opportunities at the line, but miss 5 out of 7. So looks like it'll be Redbird ball to begin the second half. Redbirds appear to have gone with starters. McClure, Lalamandir, Pasha, Ramage, and Terry they have. Katie, again, setting out the first half, a lot of the first half with foul trouble. Did not play the second quarter. Travels there, turnover to Dunlap, who goes with Elle Sutter, Sophia Remmel, Lily Sutter, Tyra Davis, and Gabby DiGiulianardo. And here come the Redbirds. Katie Ramage, good. Ramage in double figures with 10, scores 32-24, 7:33 to go in the third. Again, will the Redbirds be able to make a statement by defeating the Eagles after suffering a, well, I mean, maybe not inexplicable, but certainly puzzling loss at home? Sutter for 3, no good, way long, almost didn't even hit the backboard. Rebound for Alana Terry. Terry, nice look. Katie Ramage underneath, muscles it up and in. Ramage with 12. Starts the half on a personal 4-0 run. It's 34-24, 7 minutes in the third. Lily Sutter over to Elle Sutter. Sutter girls have proven to certainly be a dynamic duo for this roster. Remmel for 3, and it's swished. Didn't even hit a lick of the rim. 34-27, Ramage with contact and the foul. Make it a 6-0 run to start the half for Ramage. Fouls on Lily Sutter, that's her third, team's first. And that'll bring Whitney Mechanicu off the bench. Yep, she can go on. Why are they holding her? Did she not make it in time? Oh yeah, ball's already out there, good point. Thanks to Brad Marshall once again back on the camera for this one. Katie Ramage, free throw good. By the way, while I have the floor, as they say in politics, that's a stupid rule in college, where they hold them, you can only go before the free throws are shot or at the first free throw, or like, anyway. They just jack up whenever the subs can come in on the college level, and that's just, you know, just let them come in as long as it's when it's a dead ball. I don't care. 37-29, that's going to be a turnover. Nope, tipped out. So it'll be an inbound for Lexi McClure. Katie Ramage fights Elle Sutter away for it. Can't call it travel, nobody had full possession. They were going for it for a jump ball. Oh well. Whitney Mechanicu on the inbound to Elle Sutter. Sutter over to Mechanicu. Back to Sutter. Could have shot that if she wanted, but elects not to. And Katie sends that one to the other end of the floor. 6:05 in the third quarter, 8-point lead for Metamora, 37-29. Boys are at Canton tonight. Scott and Colton on the call, that one for you. Elle Sutter at the wing. Over to Whitney Mechanicu. Oh, I thought Elle would take that one too. Tyra Davis. And tipped Katie Ramage. One-on-one with Elle Sutter. Ramage, good. How about Katie Ramage? 9-0 run for Ramage to start the half. Remmel. Rebound Terry. They going to feed the hot hand, or will something else work this possession down? It will. Kayla Pasha. Timeout Dunlap. 41-29 Redbirds. 9 for Katie Ramage, 2 for Kayla Pasha. Timeout Eagles. It's a full, so we're going to take a break along with them. 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Redbirds by 12. Welcome back to Dunlap. Again, full timeout called by the Eagles, their second charge, so they should have 3 remaining. They don't keep track of it on the board, but if I do my math right, 3 timeouts remaining for Dunlap, and Redbird still have all 5. Tyra Davis will inbound far baseline. Again, she was kind of a thorn in our side the first 16 minutes. We'll see what happens second half. Sophia Remmel over to Whitney McCannicu. El Sutter trying to go down low. Works it back over to McCannicu. Down low, DJ Leonardo. Gets past Alana Terry, and I thought they were going to call Alana for the foul. They don't. El Sutter put back is good. 41-31 Redbirds. Lalamandir to Terry. Again, those two in foul trouble as it stands right now. Alana's going to get into a jump ball, possession Dunlap. So that'll go as a turnover officially. Whitney McCannicu will inbound far sideline. Sophia Remmel at the point. Hands it over to El Sutter. Long 3, no good. Rebound for McCannicu. Up to Davis. Tyra Davis, they were going to screen for. Now Davis drives it herself. Too easy. Davis for 2. Somebody's got to be there, maybe take a charge or something like that. It's the only way we're going to stop it. Ramage up to Lalamandir. Now McClure. Terry on the baseline, kick ball. So it'll be a side baseline rather inbound for Katie Lalamandir at 4:14 in the third quarter and an 8-point lead. Katie gets it in to Kayla. Pasha underneath, 2 bounces around and in. It's been the Pasha and Ramage show to begin the second half. They have all of Metamora's 13 second half points. Sutter over to Davis. Back to Sutter. Fakes the 3, drives in, flips it over to Remmel. Remmel, that's going to be a blocking foul on Alana. No! Sophia Remmel called for the charge. She's now in foul trouble, and Heather Cassidy's been teed up. Sophia Remmel, her third, team second, and technical foul Heather Cassidy, so Metamora is going to get free throw. Oh, Sophia Remmel got teed up. So that's also a personal on Remmel, so she's got 4. So Lexi McClure will shoot the free throws, and Metamora will get the ball. I saw Heather Cassidy just about as frustrated with the call as Remmel, so I had assumed that she'd be called for the technical. Oh, okay. So she was, maybe get, short leash. Kind of frustrated with the last foul and had that short leash and gets called for that one. So Remmel sits with 4. And as per the rules with technical fouls, Redbirds also have the basketball with an 11-point lead after the free throw from Lexi McClure. Lalamandir to Ramage. Over to McClure, left wing. Terry posting up. Got to get some movement, ladies. Lexi at the volleyball line. Over to Katie. 3:33 in the third quarter, 44-33. Lots of double numbers here. McClure down low, Terry. Turnaround 2 with contact, and Alana shooting. 2 free throws for Alana Terry. Dunlap foul. Tyra Davis, that's her second. Heather Cassidy wants to travel, but no, coach, that's called using a pivot foot. Alana Terry to the line, 2 shots. First one is good. 45-33 Metamora. One more free throw for Alana. Long. Rebound, that's El Sutter. L up the right sideline. Lost it. Oh, no, 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 no. He can't make that call from behind the play either. Grace Tyra for Katie Ramage off to a great start in the third quarter, and Katie started the third quarter with a personal 9-0 run. McAniku to Sutter. And so Terry Glaub was the official that had that view on the baseline, which is a much better view than the other official, and Terry was calling a Metamora ball, but he was overruled. Thought that would be in Terry's cylinder. Nice defense, Katie. They get it in. The DiGianardo muscles it up. No good. Rebound. DiGianardo went over the back, but we get the rebound anyway. Caleb Pasha to the hoop. Spins with it. Almost loses it. Does lose it. And I guess a foul there. It's on Katie Lalamandir. That's her third, team's first. So L. Sutter at the point. Over to Lily Sutter. Now Tyra Davis. Tries to drive baseline. Doesn't have much room. Up to DiGianardo. L. Sutter, long three. No good. Rebound off DiGianardo. And right to Tyra Davis. No good. That's off Davis. No! Last touch, Tyra Davis. Man, how many out-of-bounds calls are they going to miss on that end? Not sure what Heather Cassidy's upset about. She got the ball. And they missed a call. McAniku open three. No good. Rebound DiGianardo. Thought about throwing an elbow. Lily Sutter right to Lexi McClure. Thank you, come again. And then fouled from behind. Out of bounds to Metamora. Katie Ramage back in for Caleb Pasha. McClure will inbound in front of the Dunlap bench. McAniku just threw an elbow on Lalamandir. Not a massive deal, though. Now McClure. Almost traveled. 12-point lead, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lalamandir to Tyra. Now Lalamandir again over to McClure at the corner. Trying to find somebody. Not much off-ball movement. Terry over to McClure. Corner three ball for Lexi. Good! 48-33, 140 in the third quarter. L. Sutter at the, well, almost the volleyball line. DiGianardo to Davis. Can't find somebody. Drives, puts it up. Man, Alana and Katie were both straight up, but they still call the foul. He says ref red 12, but then he puts up 21. It's not how you signal a foul, I thought, but Katie Lalamandir, her fourth, team second. Tyra Davis at the line shooting 2. First one no good. Alyssa Russell back in. The thing is, maybe he can signal it that way, but the problem is the other officials signal it the other way around. So what I'd like to see maybe is if the officials all made sure they were signaling the fouls the same way, so we all knew, because, you know, especially 12 versus 21, that's a number where both teams very likely will have. I just want to make sure nothing gets screwed up. Lana Terry down low to Katie Ramage, turnover. Caleb Pasha back in for Alana Terry, 14-point lead. Let's see if we can hold on to it here at the break. McAniku up to Davis. Back to McAniku. Works it across to Sutter. 60 seconds flat in third. Davis baseline drive. Pasha goes for the block. Can't get it. Davis for 2. Redbird's trying to push. Pasha to Ramage. Over to McClure. Right wing 3 for Lexi. Over the backboard, out of bounds. So this is Faith Smith returning for Dunlap and replacing Gabby DiGianardo. L. Sutter over to Lily Sutter. Tries to spin past Lexi and goes right past her. Wow. Sutter for 2. Timeout Metamora. It's a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Our first called timeout of the game with 29.7 in the quarter. And again, scoring at a decent clip. We're at 18, would be our highest scoring quarter of the game to this point. Highest scoring was 20 against Pekin in the 4th. And then the 24-point quarter against East Peoria. Again, next game, we host number 1 ranked Morton on Saturday. But then that will not be broadcasted. Next broadcast will be Tuesday, February 11th at Washington. Redbirds have the baseline. It is Alyssa Russell. Ramage up floor, Pesha. 2-on-1. McClure fouled hard, and Lexi will shoot 2. I don't know why Tyra Davis is frustrated with that call. You can't hack a player like that. That's her 3rd. Team's 4th. Or no, 5th with the technical. So Lexi McClure will shoot 2. First one good. Lily Sutter back in. Tanea Cummings was in the game and I didn't even realize it, my bad. McClure free throw good. So Lexi goes 2 for 2 there, and the Redbirds have hit 50. 50-38 with 20 seconds in the 3rd. Mechanicu over to El Sutter. Down to 10 seconds for the Eagles. Mechanicu back over to Sutter. Trying to drive. Can't drive. Now does. Blocked by Pesha. Big block at the quarter and a foul on Dunlap. El Sutter picks up her first, team 6th. So Redbirds will try to go length of the floor again. And nearly turned over, but that'll do it for the quarter. Headed to the 4th, we're holding on to a 12-point lead, 50-38. Back here in Dunlap, Alex down with you as we get ready for the 4th quarter of play. A 20-point 3rd quarter for Metamora. Gives them 50. And for Dunlap, they had a 14-point quarter, so not all that bad themselves. That puts them at 38. Redbird ball to begin the 4th quarter. Grace Tyra, Lexi McClure, Alana Terry, Leah Yanko, and Katie Ramage. Yanko to Tyra, Ramage posting up. Nice move by Katie, muscles it up. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound Tyra Davis, and Katie rips it away. That's a foul. They're jumping on top of her, trying. Can't go over like that. I mean, you can get the jump ball if you want, but I'm pretty sure that's not legal contact. I guess I should clarify. I'm talking about, like, reaching over from behind. That's not a legal way to get a jump ball. Tyra Davis, Sophia Remmel, Lily Sutter, El Sutter, and Gabby DiGiulianardo. Sutter to Davis, turnover. They're just going to eat the jump ball. Got to give it away. Not sure what we were doing there. It's kind of left everybody laughing and confused at the same time. First time I've seen that. Tyra to McClure, back to Tyra. 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Redbirds by 12. See if we can pull away here. Grace to Lexi. Over to Alana at the wing. Alana thought about the 3. Throws it up to Leah Yanko now. Katie Ramage at the wing. Trying to drive but can't. Davis closes that out. Up top to Lexi McClure. Alana Terry again at the wing. Tries to fake down low, goes Yanko. McClure, Alana posting up. She's calling for it. They aren't getting it to her. And Remmel, Remmel is down? Sophia Remmel is down hurt. Holding on to, I can't tell if it's her wrist or her stomach. So Remmel is hurt, and we're going to let them attend to her and take a break. 6:34 to go in the first quarter. Again, taking a break due to a Dunlap injury with a 50-38 lead. It's 6:34 in the fourth. Back here in Dunlap, again, Sophia Remmel exits with a injury to her right side. Still holding on to it, going to the bench, so not sure. We can't figure out what exactly happened there, perhaps on a screen, but nonetheless, she appears to be at least long-term okay. Ramage inside to Yanko, turnover. Tyra Davis, got to be careful if you're going to move the ball like that. You got to do it low, because if you do it high, it could end up looking like you're throwing elbows, and they could foul you for that. Call you for a foul for that, I should say. Tyra Davis over to Lily Sutter. Cross court, Elle Sutter. Ball's up for three. Too much space. Sutter gets the three. It's 50-41, single digits. Tyra being fouled. That's a foul. There we go. Elle Sutter, her second, team seventh, one in bonus. Kayla Pasha back in. I mean, there's a line you cross between great defense and too much defense, and that was that line. Grace Tyra at the line, one in bonus. First one up, no good. Rebound, DJ Leonardo. Katie Lalmandiro return next dead ball. Whitney Mechanicu at the wing. 5:48 to go in the fourth. We're holding on to a 9-point lead. Tyra Davis, Elle Sutter over to Lily Sutter. Sutter girls go back and forth at the wing. Now they work it over to Tyra Davis. Mechanicu in the corner. Back to Davis. Over to Mechanicu again. Elle Sutter again. Another long three, no good though. Rebound, Kayla Pasha to Katie Ramage. Katie to Lexi, left baseline. And they'll reset. .505 to go, and a 9-point Redbird lead. Kayla trying the pass fake has to go up top to Alana. Lexi reach and foul Elle Sutter, they're not calling it. Down floor, Kayla Pasha at the right block. Alana nearly inside the lane, over to Lexi. Alana Terry at the wing. Up to Katie Ramage, 4:40 in the fourth. Nice look down low to Alana, being fouled by DJ Leonardo. It's a lot of contact, but Alana gets the two anyway. Nice effort by Alana. 52-41, 4:30 to go. Elle Sutter, okay, so if you're going to call that ticky-tack foul, but then not call her reaching in like heck against us, that's not right. Grace Tyra, her first, team's third. Katie Lalmandir for not Lexi McClure, but Grace Tyra. Whitney Mechanicu will inbound baseline. To Gabby DiGiulianardo. To Lily Sutter. Elle Sutter at the top. 4:22 to go in the fourth. Elle Sutter over to Tyra Davis. Doesn't have her dribble. Doesn't have her dribble. Holy cow. Right in front of him, too. Tyra Davis flings it up, wild shot, and draws a foul. Jeez. I mean, right in front of you, and you can't miss it, and you can't call a double dribble that easy. Katie Ramage, her first, team's fourth. Davis, first one good. Sophia Remmel is back. So obviously she's okay. Obviously wasn't short term, but is now good to play. One more free throw for Davis. No good. Rebound Katie Ramage, and that's got to be a jump ball. How long do they have to hold on to it? no good. Rebound, DiGiulianardo, blocked from behind. That's not a foul. Alana Terry, her third. Same guy that missed the double dribble, too. Alana's third, team's fifth. DiGiulianardo, no good. 30-second timeout, Metamora. I mean, you miss a double dribble right in front of you, then you call that. And it's when he's in front of the play. My sentiment with this call is that if the block/foul, I guess in that language, if that's coming from behind and you're in front of the play, you don't have a good enough view in front of the play to call something that may or may not have happened behind the play. So in that case, you just don't call it. But they called it. DiGiulianardo, one more free throw out of the Metamora timeout. Again, it was a 30 at 4:01 in the quarter. DiGiulianardo, one more shot. Good. 52-43. Got to come to the ball. Well, that works too. 2-on-1. Kayla Pasha. Blocking foul. Yep, she was already going down before Pasha was even there. 25. DiGiulianardo, her second. Team's eighth. Kayla Pasha shoots two. First one up and bounces out, no good. Grace Tyra back in, and she replaces Lexi McClure. So 3:57 fourth quarter, Redbirds with a 9-point lead. Back to 10. 53-43, 3:54 in the fourth. Lily Sutter trying to get away from Grace Tyra, hands it up to Elle Sutter. Sutter to DiGiulianardo, back to Lily Sutter. Trying to drive and does, then runs out of room over to Sophia Remmel. Remmel to the hoop, nearly loses it. DiGiulianardo, they could have called a kick ball, would have been Metamora ball anyway. Grace Tyra up to Katie Lalamandir. Over to Grace Tyra, now Alana Terry. 3:16 in the fourth, we're up 10. Alana. Nice look. Kayla Pasha, too easy. Kayla wide open underneath off the right block, gives us a 12-point lead. Elle Sutter, rather, on the other end for three. Then we fall asleep on the other end and let shots like that happen. Lalamandir, middle of the floor. 2:48 to go. We're up 9. Yeah, it's a tripping foul. Yep. Lily Sutter, that's going to be her fourth. Team's 9th, so 1 in bonus, Metamora. Whitney Mechanicu back in for the Eagles. For Sophia Remmel, who's still holding on to that side. So not 100% it appears. Katie Lalamandir, 1 in bonus. Good. Always nice when you can convert those 1 in bonus free throws. 56-46, 2:46 in the fourth. Lalamandir, oh wow, tough look there, bounces out somehow. Elle Sutter quickly the other way to Lily Sutter. If the last name's Sutter and they're open for three, you gotta call that jump ball before somebody gets hurt. Dunlap possession. 10-point lead, 2:36 to go. Three, no good. Rebound, DiGiulianardo. Pass was tipped, but into the hands of Tyra Davis, who lost it out of bounds. Oh! Jeez. Well, I'll give Terry that one. He's a good guy. Again, I've seen him reffing since I was in junior high. Pretty cool. Elle Sutter, 3, no good. DiGiulianardo went over the back, but the Redbirds get it anyway. And that's a heck of a lot of contact. Yeah, good call. El Sutter's like, what did I do? You jumped all over her and was shoving her and stuff like that. Heather Cassidy's perplexed too, but that's the kind of defense you're going to see next Sunday in the Super Bowl. Not in this game. Katie Lalmandier now double bonus. First one no good. Big shots here. 10-point lead. Crunch time. One more free throw for Katie. No good as well. Rebound. Oh, saved by Katie Ramage. I thought they were going to call her for a travel. They don't. Patient time with the key over to Lalmandier. Now Tyra. Nice space. Oh, they're holding her. El Sutter's holding her from behind. You got to call that. Kayla. Oh, God. Okay. She almost shot it. Thank you for not shooting that, Kayla. That's a lot of contact. They're letting way too much go. No good there. Terry, that's going to be off El Sutter. Lexi McClure back in for Grace Tyra. So Redbirds will go length of the floor with a 10-point lead and 107 seconds left on the clock. It's a foul. Nothing. Redbirds get it back. That's a foul. Call it. There we go. Tyra Davis, her fourth, team's 11th. I mean, credit to Dunlap. They're a great defensive team. When you're already a great defensive team, you don't need to defend that tightly. And it's potentially going to end up coming back to bite them. Lexi McClure, double bonus. First one good. Sorry, Terry. I know he told me he watches the replays before the game, so my apologies on that. But, you know, it's like when they're all over you, it's like there's got to be a point where it's a whistle. And thankfully, Terry did call it. 90 seconds to go and a 12-point lead. Lily Sutter stolen. Katie Lalmandier. Timeout Metamora. Heather Cassidy wanted to travel. She stayed on her back. It's not a travel if she stays on her back. It's a full called by us with 1:24 to go. And, well, you can't say the Redbirds are going to hold on because you never know. A 12-point lead with still 84 seconds to go. Anything can happen. And, again, as proven by the Eagles even winning that first game in the first place, anything can indeed happen. And, again, once again, the Redbirds will host #1 ranked Morton on Saturday. Then our next broadcast will be Tuesday, February 11th at Washington. Obviously, with the big rivalry game, we encourage all of you to make it out to Torrey Gym there for that matchup. And then senior night, Friday, February 14th against Canton. Will the Redbirds avenge their frustrating loss back in December? We're going to find out here in the next 84 seconds. Holding on to a 12-point lead. Katie Ramage sideline inbound to Katie Lalmandier. It's a foul, yep. Not sure if the Eagles were planning to do that. And Davis with her fifth, that's big. Davis, their leading scorer, is gone. And that brings Tanea Cummings off the bench. Lalmandier at the free throw line, double bonus. Good. And Eagles are going to the bench. They've thrown in the towel. Sturdeman, Fassett, and Johnson all in. I don't know why you throw in the towel yet. You can make up a 13-point lead in 76 seconds. Especially as up-tempo as they are. Katie makes both. 14-point lead, 1:12 to go. And Redbirds will empty the bench as well. Lily Sutter to the hoop. 2 bounces in. Metamora charged with a full timeout, but for substitutions. Or no, we're going to take it. Okay. So the Redbirds are going to move to 17-6 overall, 7-3 in the Mid-Illini Conference. That ties them with Dunlap in the conference standings, and they are split. So I'm not sure, down the road how they'd handle that if Dunlap and Metamora end up tied in the conference standings in terms of head-to-head. Well, we split. So it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out. Once again, end of the game stats, head coach Brianna Morrow, and right now we're going to go with Katie Ramage. I know there's still 55.5 left, so if I see any notable plays offensively, defensively, what have you, we might change that. But as of right now, it'll be Coach Morrow and Katie Ramage that we'll be speaking with post-game. The Redbirds. Will they hold on here? 5 on the floor from Metamora, 55.5 to go. Leah Yanko, Alyssa Russell, Cam Youngquist, Elena Redgate, and Brooklyn Marshall. Yanko, down-court pass is going to be a turnover stolen by Chandler Fassett. Now Lauren Field. Work it into the corner. This is Fassett. 40 seconds to go. Lauren Field. And wild shot by Tanea Cummings is going to result in 2 free throws. Foul is on Brooklyn Marshall. That's her first, team 6th. So shooting foul puts Tanea Cummings at the line for Dunlap. First of 2 is, just about rolls out, but she gets the first one to go. 60-49, 35.7 to go. That one is good as well. And see, back to the point that I think Dunlap emptied the bench too early. 10-point game with 35 seconds to go. A couple of threes, you're back in it. They got 3 timeouts left to use as well. I don't know. That's interesting in this one. Interesting. I guess you can't say development because it just happened, but you know what I mean. Redgate for 2. Elena turnaround 2 there off the right block. 12-point lead puts the icing on the cake of maybe a little more satisfactory victory than it normally would be. Corner 3 is short. Rebound Brooklyn Marshall. Up floor to Cam Youngquist, and that's going to be a final. Redbirds avenge the frustrating loss to Dunlap. Final score 62-50. Coach Morrow and Katie Ramage are next. Right back here in Dunlap with head coach Brianna Morrow, and Coach probably feels pretty nice to get that win under the books.
Yes, I would agree. It was a good win, and especially when you're on the road at Dunlap. That's a tough place to play. They've got some pretty good players, and so being able to get that on the road is pretty huge.
Their defense was pretty much relentless to the point where the officials at some time had to call fouls.
Yeah.
How do you fight through such, it's hard to plant a foot on whether or not it's the best defense we've seen all year, but boy, they sure wouldn't stop defending that closely.
They pressure, and they pressure really, really well. And they're kind of lanky and long, and so they just get like a hand on something or a tip on something, and they got up in us, and we're young, and so learning to handle that pressure is something we're still working on and still learning to do. And so, but I thought moments we handled it well, and then other moments we struggled a little bit. But it's nice to be able to pull that out and get the win.
2 things I saw really stick out. Another big game for Tyra Davis, and then the rebounding in general, but specifically the offensive rebounding. Your thoughts on those 2 things?
We gave up way too many. We didn't box out incredibly well. We couldn't keep them out of the lane, and we couldn't box out. So usually if you can't do those 2 things, you don't come out with a win. But somehow we were able to pull that out. But yeah, those 2 things we have to get better, especially as our road continues to get harder through the year.
Fouls were interesting tonight, particularly in the first half. We get to the line a good amount of opportunities to convert most of them, whereas Dunlap only goes 2 for 7. You end up going 17 for 25 for the game, 68% for the game. I'm sure that's a number that you're at least moderately pleased with.
It's all right. Yeah, I would like to have been a little bit higher. But yeah, I thought some key free throws down the stretch really helped us. But we didn't shoot them incredibly well in the fourth quarter, which is something that we've got to do. But we had shot them really well prior to that.
4-game win streak going into the big one with Morton inside Tepke Gym on Saturday. Your thoughts on what the team's at going into that one?
We have a lot of work to do. We got to win here, but I feel like we have a lot of work defensively, rebounding-wise, and just some things offensively we need to brush up on and handle a little bit of pressure. But overall, I think the kids will be ready to go on Saturday.
I know we won't talk to you over the air anyway until the Washington game, but how you can't really put much on that first time around against Morton because Lindsey Dillard got knocked out literally in the first quarter. They didn't have Raquel Frakes.
Right.
Now they don't have Maddie Becker, but they presumptively will have both Dillard and Frakes.
Yep.
So obviously one of those games that, yes, we still played decent in that first time we played them, but we can't put much, if any, weight on that first meeting.
No, and we just got to try to, they've got so many weapons. So when you really focus on one, then another one hurts you, and Deering has really been stepping up for them, and she's playing incredibly well right now too. She's really carried the load with everybody out. So, it's a tough matchup, and defensively we've got to be ready as a team to play incredibly tough defense.
Well, Coach, I personally will see you next Tuesday, but over the air we'll see you at the Washington game.
Thank you.
Have you hand that off to Katie. And Katie, we'll start with this. Obviously, things going pretty well on the basketball court, but you were down in the Houston area last weekend, so what was that like to experience that preseason All-American event for softball?
It was great. It was a great opportunity for me, and I'm just thankful that Coach let me go in the first place because, some coaches wouldn't be okay with that, but she knew that it was a great opportunity for me, and it was right for me to not start the Pekin game, but I knew that I needed to come out and prove myself that after missing that game against East Peoria in a practice that I was ready to go again.
Kind of take me through that mentality of being a multi-sport athlete, because I feel like being a multi-sport athlete on its own can be challenging for some, but on top of it, playing the same sports during one another's season, how do you try to balance that physically and mentally, I guess?
It's definitely tiring at times, but I love both sports. Softball and basketball both are fun, and I enjoy them. And it's hard with school as well, but for sure, I just come out and work hard at anything I do and try and be the best out there.
I'll ask you what I asked Coach in terms of their defensive pressure tonight. It was essentially relentless. I know there were some plays where they were all over us, and they may or may not have called it, but how do you try and fight through that, trying to execute your plays, trying to execute something as simple as a pass when they're that close to you pretty much every possession up and down the floor?
Yeah, Dunlap plays some hardcore defense, but we just have to be positive and keep working because, our offense, we just got to run through it, take our time, not stress out. Like, as long as we're under control, I feel like we really flowed well, but when we got under pressure, it seemed to kind of crumble a little bit, but we pulled it out. So
how much of going into this game mentally was what I semi-jokingly called the game that shall not be named the first time around? How much going into this game was making sure that icky feeling of that first meeting doesn't happen again, or do you try to balance that with that game, and by the way, this is different team, different time of the year kind of thing? How do you try to balance that?
After our first loss against Dunlap, I was fired up. It was a little rough game for us for sure, and it was our wake-up call. So we knew tonight that we needed to come out and prove ourselves. And I know me personally, I was fired up. I was ready to go because I wasn't going to lose to Dunlap again, and I know my teammates weren't going to lose to Dunlap again.
4-game winning streak going into a big one with Morton at home on Saturday. Obviously, they're going to be a different look because Lindsey Dillard got knocked out literally. Raquel Frakes was out, but they're going to have both of those back. I know they don't have Maddie Becker for the rest of the season, but that's still a team that I've said on the air that, Coach Becker could probably start 6 or 7 girls if that was legal. So how do you go into a game like that? I know things are feeling good. The 4-game win streak, a satisfying win over Dunlap. But then you got to turn it around Saturday and play, well, by ranking the top team in the state, if not the top team in the state, all 4 classes.
You know, Morton's a powerhouse, and they've been good the past 4 or 5 years, and they've always been dominant. But based off our performance last time against them, I really think we played hard, and I really don't think they expected us to come out with the level of intensity and the defensive pressure that they gave them, because they were for sure a little razzled. And we were overall pretty satisfied with the game last time, but we for sure want to keep it a close and possibly win.
How do you combat the fact that they now probably know that there's that potential of kind of that fire that you guys had for pretty much all 32 minutes? How do you try and make sure that things go at least as decently well as they did the first time around?
You know, we're just going to keep working hard at practice, and Coach knows what we did well and what we didn't do well against Morton and what could have maybe cost us those 16 points that we lost by.
Yeah.
So we need to keep working on those and just come out with that same level of intensity and try and shut down basically their whole team.
Yeah. Easier said than done, right?
Yes, for sure.
All right, great game, Katie. And we'll talk to you, well, next Tuesday, I guess.
Thank you.
We'll be back with end of the game stats. Alrighty, folks, Alex Down back here for end of the game stats. Apologies for letting Katie run long there. Got to get home, obviously. End of the game stats first for the Dunlap Eagles. Tyra Davis, 7 twos, 2 for 6 from the lines, 5 fouls, 16 points. Whitney Mechanicu, 1 3, 0 for 2 from the line, 3 points. Lily Sutter, 4 fouls, 2 twos, 1 3, 7 points. Elle Sutter, 3 fouls, 2 twos, 2 threes, 2 for 3 from the line, 8 points. Lauren Field, Lainey Johnson, Chandler Fassett all played but did not accumulate stats. Gabby DiGiulianardo, 2 fouls, 3 twos, 1 for 2 from the line, 7 points. Sophia Remmel, 4 fouls with a technical, 1 3 and 3 points. Olivia Sterneman played but did not accumulate stats. Tanea Cummings, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 points. No Batia Butler tonight. Faith Smith, 1 foul, no points. Eagles as a team, 14 twos, 5 threes, 7 for 15 from the free throw line, 50 points, and 19 fouls. For the Redbirds, Lexi McClure, 1 3, 7 of 8 from the line, 10 points with 1 foul. Grace Tyra, 1 foul, 2 threes, 0 of 1 from the line, 6 points. Katie Lalaman-Deer, 4 fouls, 3 of 6 from the line, 3 points. Leah Yanko, 1 foul and scoreless. Alyssa Russell played but did not accumulate stats. Kayla Pasha, another solid game, 6 twos, 3 of 4 from the line, 15 points. Katie Ramage, 1 foul, 7 twos, 3 of 4 from the line, 17 points. Brooklyn Marshall, 1 foul and scoreless. Cam Youngquist, 2 twos, 4 points. Elena Redgate, 1 2, 2 points. And Alana Terry, 2 twos, 1 of 2 from the line, 3 fouls and 5 points. Redbirds as a team, 18 twos, 3 threes, 17 of 25 from the free throw line, good for 68%. Quarter by quarter, Metamora outscores Dunlap 16-13 in the first, 14-11 in the second, 20-14 in the third, and then they knotted up 12-12 in the fourth. Setting up our final score from Dunlap High School, Metamora now 17-6 overall, 7-3 in the Mid-Illini Conference. Dunlap falls to 14-7 overall, 7-3 in the Mid-Illini. Once again, final score, Metamora 62, Dunlap 50. Next time we greet you will be from Torrey Gym in Washington on Tuesday, February 11th. But for Coach Morrow, thanks to her for speaking to us in the pre- and post-game. For Katie Ramage speaking to us in the post-game as well. Brad Marshall behind the camera. This is Alex Dobbs saying so long from Dunlap. Redbirds win 62-50. We'll see you Tuesday, February 11th at Washington. Good night.